The wind whispers through forgotten ruins, carrying the echoes of a world erased from memory. Deep beneath layers of dust and stone, evidence emerges of technology far beyond what history books admit. Ancient devices, perfectly engineered structures, and maps that defy logic stand as silent witnesses to knowledge humanity has supposedly lost. Yet, mainstream science calls them anomalies, curiosities without deeper meaning. What if they are fragments of a much larger truth, a truth deliberately buried? Tonight, we venture into that shadowy realm where history and mystery collide. This is not just a story of lost artifacts, but a journey into the heart of forgotten knowledge. From the engineering marvels of ancient civilizations to hidden records that challenge everything we believe about human progress, we will explore the paradox of a world where science cannot explain the past. In this journey, the line between fact and myth blurs. Prepare to question what you know. Prepare to step into a world where ancient technology lies buried, and history itself may be hiding secrets it does not want us to uncover. Long before recorded history, before kings and empires, there may have existed a civilization so advanced that its very memory was erased. This is not just speculation, scattered clues whisper of a forgotten age buried deep beneath layers of time. Mainstream history insists that human civilization began around 5,000 years ago with the rise of Mesopotamia and Egypt. But what if this timeline is incomplete? What if the truth lies hidden, buried by time, or even by deliberate design? Across the globe, anomalies challenge the accepted story. Ancient stone structures older than recorded history. Maps showing coastlines that should not have been known for thousands of years. Artifacts crafted with precision that modern technology struggles to replicate. These pieces do not fit the neat puzzle presented by textbooks. They suggest something far more complex, a lost chapter in human history, erased or forgotten. Legends speak of great civilizations swallowed by cataclysm. Plato's Atlantis, the lost continent of Lemuria, the cities of a golden age wiped clean by flood or fire. Are these merely myths, or echoes of a real forgotten epoch? Science is cautious, demanding proof. But proof may have been lost, buried under centuries of rubble, lost libraries, and hidden knowledge. Some researchers suggest that what we know as history is only a fragment of a much larger, hidden truth. Archaeological discoveries have hinted at this possibility. Structures like Göbekli Tepe in Turkey, dating back more than 12,000 years, predate known civilization by millennia and challenge conventional timelines. The precision of megalithic engineering, enormous stones carved and moved with perfect accuracy, raises questions science has yet to answer. How could ancient humans accomplish such feats without advanced tools? This forgotten age raises deeper questions. Was human history linear, or cyclical? Were there civilizations before ours, and if so, why was their knowledge lost? Was it the result of natural disasters, wars, or intentional suppression? Perhaps ancient technology was so powerful that it was deemed dangerous, and thus erased from memory. As we explore this mystery, we step into a world where every stone, every artifact, every map might be a clue to a hidden past. The forgotten age is more than a mystery, it is a challenge to everything we believe about human history. In the next sections, we will unravel the evidence, follow the anomalies, and confront the possibility that humanity once possessed knowledge that could rival, or even surpass, our own. The deeper we go, the more the line between fact and myth begins to blur. And the question remains, what did we lose, and why? Scattered across continents and buried under centuries of neglect, there are devices and artifacts that defy explanation. These are not simple tools. They are intricate works of engineering, devices so advanced that modern science struggles to understand them. They are relics of an age when knowledge may have far surpassed what we possess today. And their existence forces us to ask a haunting question: how did humanity create such wonders so long ago? One of the most famous examples is the Antikythera mechanism, discovered in a Roman shipwreck off the coast of Greece in 1901. This ancient device, dating back to around 100 BCE, is often called the world's first analog computer. Made of bronze gears and wheels, it could predict astronomical positions and eclipses decades in advance. Yet, nothing of comparable complexity appears in human history for another 1,000 years. How could such knowledge exist so early, then disappear entirely? Was it the work of a forgotten civilization, or the result of a single genius lost to time? Then there is the Baghdad battery, a clay jar containing a copper cylinder and an iron rod, discovered in Iraq and dating to around 200 BCE. Some researchers believe it could have been an ancient battery, capable of generating electricity. If true, it would rewrite the story of technological progress. Could ancient cultures have used electricity for purposes we can only imagine? Mainstream science remains skeptical, but the mystery remains unresolved. The Piri-Reis map, drawn in 1513 by an Ottoman admiral, is another enigma. It depicts parts of South America and Antarctica with astonishing accuracy, centuries before such coastlines were officially charted. The precision of the map suggests knowledge far beyond the supposed capabilities of the era. How did the mapmakers acquire such information? Was it a remnant of a lost age of exploration, or evidence of knowledge deliberately concealed? These devices share a strange pattern. They are rare, isolated examples of extraordinary knowledge. They vanish from history without explanation, leaving gaps in our understanding. Science explains some as anomalies, accidents, or misinterpretations. But for others, no explanation suffices. They stand as silent monuments to forgotten brilliance. The mystery grows deeper when we consider the possibility that these devices were not isolated inventions, but part of a much larger network of advanced knowledge. Could they be fragments of a lost technology, scattered across time and space? Were they tools of a civilization that once spanned the globe, a civilization whose knowledge was erased, lost, or hidden for reasons we may never fully understand? This section is not merely about strange artifacts. It is about a pattern that challenges the foundation of human history. These devices force us to ask, is our accepted history incomplete? Could humanity have experienced a technological age far earlier than we believe? The existence of such artifacts suggests that the truth is far more complex than textbooks admit. As we move forward, the contradictions between science and mystery become sharper. Archaeologists, historians, and engineers debate these discoveries, yet no consensus emerges. The ancient devices stand as puzzles, pieces of a greater picture we are only beginning to glimpse. And the deeper we look, the more tantalizing the mystery becomes. Somewhere buried beneath the sands of time lies a forgotten chapter of human ingenuity. Our journey has only just begun, and in the next section, we will explore the forces that have kept these secrets hidden, and why mainstream science resists rewriting history. Beneath the polished halls of academia, a quiet battle rages. It is a battle between the certainty of science and the allure of mystery. Archaeology presents a careful, measured view of history, built on evidence, peer review, and rigorous standards. Yet, scattered across the world are discoveries that do not fit neatly into this framework. These anomalies challenge accepted timelines and interpretations. They whisper of a past that mainstream archaeology is unwilling to embrace. Consider the case of Göbekli Tepe in Turkey, a site dating back over 12,000 years. It predates Stonehenge by millennia, with massive stone pillars carved in intricate detail. For decades, scientists struggled to explain its purpose. Official explanations lean toward ritualistic significance, but questions remain. How could such an advanced structure exist before the rise of agriculture? How was it built with such precision? For some researchers, Göbekli Tepe is proof of a forgotten era of advanced knowledge. For others, it is a curiosity to be fitted into the established timeline. Then there are discoveries that vanish into obscurity. Entire artifacts, sites, or inscriptions disappear without explanation. Sometimes they are locked away in museum archives, never shared with the public. Other times, they are simply dismissed as hoaxes or anomalies too inconvenient for accepted history. The result is a growing tension, the academic insistence on caution versus the persistent presence of evidence that defies explanation. This is where contrast framing becomes vital. Science seeks certainty through evidence and reproducibility. Mystery thrives on questions unanswered, on gaps in knowledge that ignite the imagination. For the audience of mystery and history enthusiasts, this tension is irresistible. It is the question of whether history is a fixed record or a story rewritten by those in power. The stakes grow higher when we consider deliberate suppression. History is not only shaped by discovery, but also by omission. Evidence suggests that certain findings have been sidelined, ignored, or actively hidden. Whether through loss, destruction, or academic bias, some truths remain buried. This fuels the idea that archaeology is not only a search for history, but a battleground over the very nature of truth. The battle between archaeology and mystery forces us to confront an uncomfortable possibility, that history, as we know it, may be incomplete. If ancient civilizations possessed advanced knowledge, what happened to it? Was it destroyed by catastrophe, or concealed by those who feared its implications? Could there be a deliberate effort to keep certain discoveries from entering the historical record? As we step deeper into the labyrinth of ancient enigmas, the line between fact and speculation blurs. Archaeology provides the facts we can verify, but mystery compels us to explore beyond the limits of certainty. This section sets the stage for what comes next, a deeper look into the possibility that ancient civilizations were far more advanced than we are willing to admit. The next chapter of our journey will take us into the heart of those legends, where science and myth collide in ways that challenge the very fabric of history. Across the world, myths speak of golden ages erased by catastrophe, civilizations so advanced that their very existence became legend. Plato told of Atlantis, a vast and powerful empire swallowed by the sea. In the East, whispers of Lemuria speak of a continent lost beneath the waves, home to untold wisdom. Could these stories be more than myths? Could they be the distorted echoes of real civilizations that once possessed advanced knowledge far beyond our own? Archaeology offers tantalizing clues. Sites such as Puma Punku in Bolivia, with stones weighing hundreds of tons fitted with astonishing precision, defy explanation. The precision of the cuts and the sheer scale of construction have led some researchers to suggest that such work required technology lost to time. How could humans without metal tools and machinery achieve such feats? The official line insists on human ingenuity, but for many, the mystery remains unsolved. Legends are not isolated to one region. Across the world, ancient traditions speak of a time when humanity was united by knowledge now lost. From the intricate carvings of Easter Island to the astronomical alignments of Nabta Playa in Egypt, evidence suggests a common thread: civilizations with a profound understanding of science, astronomy, and engineering. Could these scattered sites be remnants of a shared legacy? Some theories propose that ancient civilizations were destroyed by cataclysms, floods, earthquakes, or cosmic events, erasing their achievements and burying their knowledge. Geological evidence shows that Earth has experienced dramatic shifts in its history. Could such events explain the sudden disappearance of advanced cultures? If so, Atlantis and Lemuria may not be myth at all, but memories of a lost epoch. Other researchers suggest that advanced knowledge was deliberately suppressed. Ancient scrolls, texts, and records have vanished, from the burning of the Library of Alexandria to the destruction of temples and sacred sites. Could the deliberate erasure of knowledge have been an act to control the future of humanity? Perhaps ancient technology was so powerful that it was deemed dangerous, and so it was buried, hidden, or destroyed. The mystery deepens when we consider the possibility that some lost civilizations may have left behind traces in ways we have yet to understand. Ancient myths often speak of great knowledge passed down in secret, knowledge encoded in symbols, monuments, and architecture. Could sites like Göbekli Tepe or the Great Sphinx of Giza be part of a forgotten knowledge system, a hidden archive of humanity's lost wisdom? This section is not simply about archaeology or myth, it is about questioning the story we have been told. Lost civilizations are not just a curiosity, they are a challenge to the accepted timeline of human progress. If such civilizations existed, what happened to their knowledge? Was it scattered, hidden, or destroyed? And if we could recover even fragments of it, how would it change our understanding of history? As we journey further into the mystery of the ancient world, we begin to see that lost civilizations are not relics of the past, they are the keys to a much larger puzzle. They challenge our assumptions, blur the line between myth and reality, and suggest that humanity's story may be far older and far more extraordinary than we have ever imagined. The next section will explore how these civilizations achieved feats of engineering that still baffle modern science, and what they reveal about the ancient world we thought we knew. The monuments of the ancient world stand as silent witnesses to ingenuity that still challenges modern understanding. From towering stone structures to intricate layouts aligned with the heavens, these engineering marvels hint at knowledge lost to history. They are the proof that ancient civilizations were far more advanced than we are often taught to believe. The Great Pyramids of Giza remain the most famous example. Built over 4,500 years ago, their construction continues to baffle engineers and archaeologists alike. The precision with which the limestone blocks were cut, transported, and assembled defies explanation. Each block weighs tons, yet they were positioned with such accuracy that even today's technology struggles to replicate it. Was it sheer manpower, ingenious tools, or knowledge we have yet to rediscover? Far beyond Egypt, structures such as Sacsayhuaman in Peru reveal the same enigma. Massive stones, some weighing over 300 tons, fitted together with such precision that not even a blade of paper can slip between them. No mortar was used. The purpose and methods of construction remain a mystery. Were these feats merely practical, or was there a deeper knowledge of engineering and astronomy embedded in their design? Stonehenge in England offers another puzzle. Its massive stones align with astronomical events with uncanny accuracy. This suggests a knowledge of celestial cycles far beyond what was thought possible for the time. Was Stonehenge simply a ceremonial site, or a complex astronomical observatory lost to the ages? Across the globe, from the temples of Angkor Wat in Cambodia to the megalithic structures of Baalbek in Lebanon, similar mysteries unfold. These sites share a common thread: construction techniques that surpass the capabilities attributed to their eras. The precision, alignment, and scale suggest a level of engineering sophistication that challenges conventional timelines of human progress. The mystery grows when we consider the tools, or lack thereof. Many of these ancient sites predate known metallurgy, raising questions about how such precise work was achieved. Were these feats the result of lost technologies, passed down through generations, only to vanish through catastrophe or deliberate suppression? Or were they the work of civilizations whose knowledge has never been fully recognized? Engineering wonders of the ancient world are more than monuments, they are keys to a deeper understanding of human history. They challenge us to reconsider the story we have been told and to wonder whether these creations were isolated achievements or fragments of a far greater knowledge. They remind us that history may hold secrets that science has yet to unlock. As we move forward, we must confront the possibility that ancient engineering was not merely practical, but part of a hidden legacy. In the next section, we will explore the idea that some of this knowledge was deliberately concealed, a form of forbidden knowledge hidden from humanity, locked away in the depths of time. History is not only written by those who discover it, it is also shaped by those who choose what to forget. Hidden within the ruins of the ancient world are whispers of knowledge that was deliberately erased. Forbidden knowledge, ideas, discoveries, and technologies deemed too dangerous, too powerful, or too disruptive to survive. Across centuries, there is evidence that such knowledge was suppressed, hidden away, or destroyed. One of the greatest examples lies in the burning of the Library of Alexandria. This legendary repository of knowledge contained countless scrolls, manuscripts, and records, many of which have vanished without a trace. Scholars have long speculated about what was lost. Could it have contained records of advanced technology, forgotten sciences, or histories that challenged the dominant worldview? If so, its destruction was more than an accident, it was an erasure of human memory. Temples, archives, and ancient texts have suffered similar fates. From the destruction of sacred sites to the rewriting of histories, the record of human knowledge is fragmented from lost civilizations to advanced ancient technologies, from cosmic interventions to hidden truths. The following section will explore these possibilities, weaving science, myth, and imagination into a tapestry of mystery that challenges everything we think we know. In some cases, entire traditions vanished, leaving only myths. Could these losses be intentional? Some researchers believe that throughout history, powerful institutions have controlled knowledge, deciding what should be preserved and what should be buried. Forbidden knowledge often hides in plain sight. Ancient myths and religious texts sometimes contain veiled references to forgotten science and technology. Symbols carved into monuments, encoded in art, or hidden within sacred rituals may point to a deeper understanding of the universe, knowledge kept secret for millennia. Was this knowledge suppressed to prevent misuse, or to protect humanity from truths too dangerous to grasp? The suppression of knowledge is not only ancient, it continues today. Certain discoveries, anomalies, and archaeological finds are quietly shelved, never fully examined. Whether due to academic conservatism, political agendas, or fear of disrupting established history, evidence of forgotten knowledge is often overlooked. This fuels the belief that history is not only incomplete, but manipulated. The idea of forbidden knowledge challenges everything we think we know about human progress. It suggests that history is not a simple story of steady advancement, but a fragmented record shaped by forces we do not fully understand. Knowledge, like power, can be dangerous. And if knowledge was lost by design, then uncovering it becomes not only an academic pursuit but an act of rebellion. This section bridges the gap between engineering marvels and the mysteries that resist explanation. Forbidden knowledge is the key to understanding why so many ancient enigmas remain unsolved. It hints at a world where science, myth, and secrecy intertwine. As we move forward, we must confront the question, if such knowledge existed, why was it hidden? In the next section, we will examine how science struggles to explain these mysteries, and what that struggle reveals about the nature of truth itself. Science prides itself on uncovering truth through evidence, analysis, and experimentation. Yet, when faced with certain ancient mysteries, it falters. There are artifacts, structures, and phenomena that remain unexplained despite decades, even centuries, of research. These puzzles highlight the limits of scientific understanding and suggest that there may be truths hidden beyond the reach of current methods. Take the Antikythera mechanism, for example. Modern scientists have spent decades attempting to fully understand it. Despite breakthroughs, the device continues to defy complete explanation. Its complexity suggests knowledge of astronomy and mechanics that should have been impossible for its time. And yet, no evidence has surfaced of a technological tradition capable of producing such a device. Science labels it an anomaly, but anomalies persist for a reason. The Piri-Reis map is another example. Modern cartographers struggle to reconcile its accuracy with the knowledge available in the 16th century. Some claim it is proof of an ancient global knowledge network. Others insist it is a coincidence or fabrication. Yet no definitive answer emerges, and the mystery endures. Science remains cautious, bound by proof, but proof itself can be elusive when history is incomplete. Even monumental structures challenge scientific explanation. The precision of Stonehenge's astronomical alignments or the engineering of Puma Punku raises questions about the tools and knowledge available to ancient builders. In many cases, researchers offer plausible theories, but none fully resolve the mystery. These gaps fuel debate, and invite speculation. The struggle of science lies partly in its methods. Archaeology relies on physical evidence, carbon dating, and contextual analysis. But when evidence is missing, destroyed, or altered, certainty becomes impossible. Science is built on certainty, and mystery thrives in uncertainty. This clash creates fertile ground for alternative interpretations. Where science stops, speculation begins. Yet the tension between science and mystery is not a weakness, it is part of the journey. Science demands proof, but proof is not always available. Myths demand belief, but belief cannot stand without evidence. Between these extremes lies the mystery, a place where imagination and inquiry meet. This is the fertile ground where history lives, breathing life into the unanswered questions of the past. Our journey comes full circle here. We began with whispers from the past, with fragments of knowledge buried under centuries of silence. Now, we stand before the possibility that those whispers were more than echoes. They may be the remnants of a truth too profound to be fully grasped. And so we end with one final mystery, a question that lingers in the silence of the ruins: if humanity once possessed knowledge that could reshape the world, and if it was lost or hidden, could we ever recover it? The answer is unknown. But the search itself is what keeps the mystery alive. In the end, ancient technology buried by history is more than a story. It is an invitation to look beyond the boundaries of what we know, to explore the forgotten, and to embrace the mystery that has always driven human curiosity. The past is not a closed book. It is a living story, still waiting for us to turn the page. It forces us to question the limits of knowledge and the boundaries of understanding. It reminds us that history is not a fixed record, but a puzzle still being assembled. And it forces a deeper question: if science cannot explain certain anomalies, is it because we lack knowledge, or because the knowledge itself has been lost or suppressed? In confronting these questions, science finds itself at the edge of possibility. These struggles are not failures, but invitations to look deeper, to question assumptions, and to explore the unknown. They point to a larger truth, that the ancient world may contain knowledge far beyond what we imagine. As we move into the next section, we leave behind the tension between science and mystery, and enter the realm of speculation. Here, theories multiply, from lost civilizations to advanced ancient technologies, from cosmic interventions to hidden truths. The following section will explore these possibilities, weaving science, myth, and imagination into a tapestry of mystery that challenges everything we think we know. When science reaches the limits of explanation, the mind turns to speculation. Ancient mysteries invite us to imagine possibilities that stretch beyond conventional history. These theories are not mere fantasies, they are attempts to make sense of evidence that refuses to fit neatly into accepted frameworks. From lost civilizations to ancient aliens, from suppressed knowledge to hidden truths, the possibilities are as fascinating as they are controversial. One of the most discussed theories is that of lost civilizations. Could there have been advanced societies before recorded history, civilizations so powerful that they left few traces behind? Atlantis is the most famous example. Described by Plato as a civilization with extraordinary technology, it vanished beneath the sea. Many dismiss it as myth, but others believe Atlantis was real, a chapter of history erased by cataclysm, leaving only fragmented evidence. Another theory suggests that ancient humans were guided by knowledge beyond their time. Some point to structures like Puma Punku, the Great Pyramids, and Stonehenge as evidence of engineering skills far surpassing those attributed to their eras. Could ancient cultures have possessed advanced science, possibly passed down from earlier civilizations, or even from contact with beings beyond Earth? This idea fuels the controversial ancient astronaut hypothesis, suggesting that extraterrestrial visitors influenced early human development. Then there are ideas of hidden knowledge, the possibility that technology and wisdom were deliberately concealed. Ancient texts, lost libraries, and secret orders hint at knowledge kept from the masses. Could the burning of the Library of Alexandria have been part of a deliberate effort to suppress dangerous or revolutionary knowledge? Was there a deliberate choice to erase certain chapters of human history? Some researchers take these theories even further, suggesting that ancient knowledge was encoded in monuments, myths, and sacred architecture. Symbols carved into stones, alignments with the stars, and mysterious measurements may be deliberate keys to knowledge that has been forgotten. Could the world itself be a message left behind for future generations to decipher? While skeptics dismiss many of these ideas, the absence of clear answers keeps speculation alive. For mystery seekers, this is where the story becomes irresistible. Every unanswered question becomes a doorway into a deeper narrative, one that blends history, science, mythology, and imagination. These theories matter because they challenge the way we view ourselves. If ancient civilizations possessed knowledge we have lost, it forces us to rethink human history and the possibilities of the future. If knowledge was hidden, it forces us to question who decides what humanity is allowed to know. As we approach the final section, these theories set the stage for a powerful conclusion. They remind us that mystery is not an endpoint, but a journey. In the next section, we will weave together fact, myth, and speculation, leaving the audience with a haunting question: what if history itself is the greatest mystery of all? Our journey through the shadows of history brings us to a final question: what if everything we know is only part of a greater truth? The path we have traveled, from forgotten ages and ancient engineering marvels to forbidden knowledge and unresolved mysteries, reveals a startling possibility. History itself may be the greatest mystery of all. Throughout this exploration, we have seen how science and history collide, how evidence can both illuminate and obscure the past. We have encountered devices that challenge modern engineering, sites that defy timelines, and stories that refuse to be silenced. These fragments point to something extraordinary, a chapter of human history that has been lost, hidden, or deliberately erased. But why? And how? These questions remain unanswered. Perhaps the greatest mystery is not simply what was lost, but why it remains hidden. Was it forgotten through disaster, buried by time, or concealed by those who feared its power? Forbidden knowledge, whether destroyed or kept secret, suggests that history is not purely a record of events, but a story shaped by choices. The burning of the Library of Alexandria, the disappearance of entire civilizations, the suppression of certain discoveries, these are not mere coincidences. They hint at forces at work behind the curtain of history. For those who seek answers, this is both frustrating and exhilarating. The lack of certainty fuels imagination. It drives us to look deeper, to question what we accept as truth, and to search for what lies beneath the surface. Mystery invites us to believe that history is unfinished, a puzzle with missing pieces waiting to be found. This is why the study of ancient technology and forgotten knowledge matters. It is not simply about curiosity. It is about rethinking our place in the world. If advanced civilizations existed long before our own, if knowledge was lost or hidden, it means humanity's story is far richer, and far stranger, than we imagine. The implications extend beyond history, touching philosophy, science, and the future of human knowledge itself. We are left with contradictions that may never be resolved. Science demands proof, but proof is not always available. Myths demand belief, but belief cannot stand without evidence. Between these extremes lies the mystery, a place where imagination and inquiry meet. This is the fertile ground where history lives, breathing life into the unanswered questions of the past. Our journey comes full circle here. We began with whispers from the past, with fragments of knowledge buried under centuries of silence. Now, we stand before the possibility that those whispers were more than echoes. They may be the remnants of a truth too profound to be fully grasped. And so we end with one final mystery, a question that lingers in the silence of the ruins: if humanity once possessed knowledge that could reshape the world, and if it was lost or hidden, could we ever recover it? The answer is unknown. But the search itself is what keeps the mystery alive. In the end, ancient technology buried by history is more than a story. It is an invitation to look beyond the boundaries of what we know, to explore the forgotten, and to embrace the mystery that has always driven human curiosity. The past is not a closed book. It is a living story, still waiting for us to turn the page.